You can get there. And mute. All right, I think that's everything. There we go. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? This is Els coming to you from Bemis Crafty Corner. Getting all my stuff out of the way. So, what's going on? What are we up to? What are we doing? What's happening? Need my tools. Little bone folder. Hey, Francis. All right. Yeah. Do you have a long distance to travel to get there? Or, like, was he nearby? $20 miles. Okay. Why can I never find the one I'm looking for? There it is. Let's see. There's the little piece. Let's 3 in 1 out here. Oh, it is a miserable day outside today. Like, I don't know what the deal is, because yesterday it was gorgeous. Gorgeous. And then this morning, I get up, I come out here expecting it to be, reasonable. The sky is black. The wind is whipping through. And I'll tell you, we can get some wind here because we live in a bowl. And the wind is just howling out there. And it's got to be, I think it's like in the upper, like the mid 50s, but with the wind, it's like in the mid 40s. It is horrible out there. Hey, how you doing, Janie? Ugh. Like a stoof. I gotta put all these little cut pieces in one place, I'm telling you. Because they're like everywhere. Okay. Let's see. Oh. I might do that. I don't know. Oh. Words. Birds. Now I'm just throwing things on the floor. Oh, that's why I won't cut that, because that's what's on the other side. Ooh. Give me this. Let's get this out and see where we're at. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. No. Hello, Carla. Yeah, I don't know what is with the weather. They're going to be beautiful today and crap tomorrow. No, wait, I'll be crap today too. I don't get it. They say it's climate change, and that's why the weather's so weird. But if it's just climate change, then, it should be like it's always 10 degrees colder than you expect or 5 degrees hotter. You know what I mean? Like, not this up and down crap. Can't do this up and down crap. And now I feel like I'm constantly sick because I've always got sniffles and crap. And I know it's just because of the weather. Ugh. Yes, it should rain at a good funeral. That's an Irish thing, you know. If you have a good funeral, it rains. There's an Irish proverb about that. I don't quite remember exactly how it goes. But it has something to do with you lived a life. They lived a life so well and true. Yeah, they lived a life so well and true that even the sky wept for you. Or even the heavens wept for you. Something like that. Yeah, I think Irish people might be the only ones that are like, it better rain today when they're heading to a funeral. But, you know, the Irish are crazy anyway. I'll tell you the story. This is like family legend. Um, my grandfather migrated to the United States when he was like 8 years old. Him, his mom, and like all 8 of his sisters. He was the only boy. And they came over through Ellis Island and actually have the paperwork on that, the documentation for it, which is kind of neat to have, you know, as a bit of family history. And so because of that, my grandfather was a really big part of, you know, the Irish community in New York in the early 1900s. Um, Hi, Mary. And he was a construction worker. You know, he worked on the cranes and things. And one of his buddies passed away. And so, you know, they're having the funeral. Well, when the Irish have a funeral, it's a big to do, you know. There's a lot of food and there's drinking and there's singing and there's, you know, remembering and all of this stuff. Well, back then, they didn't lay the body out at a funeral home. They laid it out in the home. You know, they would pack ice around, and they would lay the body out, and they would have the viewing, and people would come over and pay their respects to the widow, and so on and so forth. Well, this is what's known as a good Irish wake. So many, many, many years ago, my grandfather's friend died. And they were at the home having the wake when, in toasting their friend, they ran out of whiskey. Now, all the women are in the kitchen cooking. All the men are in the living room with the body. And they decide they need to go and get some whiskey. So they pick the guy up, and they start out the door. Now, it's like January. If you know what January is like in New York, there is about 3 feet of snow on the ground and ice everywhere. The guy's favorite bar is at the bottom of the hill. So that's where they're heading. They lose the body. They lose their footing. And all 5 or 6 of them go screaming down this hill on ice. They get to the bottom of the hill in a pile. And there's a cop. Now, you know, back in the day, most of the cops in New York were Irish. And they're like, "What are you doing?" And so these guys go, "We're going to the bar." And the cops looks at them, looks at the corpse, and says, "I think your buddy's had enough to drink. I think you need to go home. Now pick up your buddy and head." So they picked up the body and started back up the hill. When my grandmother and all of the other women came out. Needless to say, there were about 4 very sorry Irishmen. As my grandmother looked at my grandfather and said, "You take that body back and you put it back in its casket where it belongs." And that is how the Irish die. Oh, good gravy. Open. What is the... Okay, somebody at Ranger needs to be shot because these things are hard to get into. Don't they realize old crafters have carpal tunnel? Then young people are not the ones doing this stuff. Crafting is an old lady sport. My grandfather used to get in so much trouble. Oh. But my grandmother loved him. And he loved her. She couldn't stay mad at him. I remember when I was a kid, he'd come home from work, and if he was late, he would open the back door and he'd put his hard hat in, and he'd wait. And if the hard hat came back out, he slept in the garage. Now, if it stayed in the house, he could come in. It was their signal. Nope, sleep in the garage. You're in big trouble, buddy. Because he was an Irishman, and that's what he'd stop after work at the bar. Yeah, you can't be mad at him. You just can't. Forgot to put glue in the bottle again today. It's like I ought to get 2 or 3 of these out and just, fill them all up at the beginning of the week, and then God knows I got enough of them. Let me think if I have Slims. I think I do. I do. Yeah, you're in the truck all the time. You're constantly on top of each other. I could see where that would be an issue. Come on, come over there. It's like I love Hubbard, but we've been stuck in this room together for 2 years. I'm gonna kill him. It's gonna happen. So I don't want to add a lot of bulk to this, but I have these thins, and I love them for this type of stuff. They're like half the thickness of a regular dimensional. Make my life so much easier. Oh, come out of there. Come out of there. You son of a. Nope, I just want the one. Yeah, these are that's their This is 1/16 of an inch from EK Tools. You get almost 200 of them in there. That's kind of cool. And they come in 2 sizes. And they have the little thing around the outside so you can cut that up too. You know, if you just need like a little thin piece for like one of these stems or something. Hello, Gloria. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If he didn't sleep while I was driving, I'd kill him. All right, let's see. Nice and dry. Okay. Let's do a thing. Shall we? All right. You got to do a thing. All right. We've done a thing. Now let's ink this thing. Let's see where we're at. We did this thing. Okay. And the back. All right. Let's close this thing up. Glue, 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 glue. Glue, 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 glue. Glue, 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 glue. Glue, 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 glue. So the Ami's in taking a nap because she was up most of the night. She's getting everybody's packages out, and then we're going to go over to Daiso today. Taking her to the Daiso. And to lunch, because it's an adventure. It's like 40 minutes from here. Donkulus. Alrighty. Now we just need to put a card in there. And you know what? This is not even big enough for that stupid card that we have to figure out what to do with. I'm still trying to figure that out, and I just built this thing and didn't build it to fit it. Okay. Where has my paper gone? Let's do... put the top in the glue so it doesn't dry out again. All right, so that's 4 inches tall and 3 inches deep. So let's do 3. Let's see what that does. Around the corner, so we know that it's going to fit. So we're going to go over to Daiso. And she needs to go to Walmart too. She needs some fabric. All right, smaller. Let's go at 3.5 and see where that takes us. All right, 3.5. We're going to shave just a little bit off at the depth because it's sticking out just a little bit. So I'm just going to take a little teeny little strip off of there. A smidge. And then I'll re-round these so they're round. Let's see what we got. Perfect. Okay. We can use this guy. Nobody. Amy shall try, but Amy's the fish when the fish isn't around, you know? And if you don't understand that, my husband, I am the cat in the hat. And I do some really bad things. Mostly I run amok. Well, my husband, he's the fish. He's the fish. And it's his job to look at me sometimes when I get a wild hair up my butt and go, honey. And it stops me. And I go, yeah. And he goes, sweetheart, baby, I love you. And I go, huh? And he'll go, I don't think that you should wear roller skates while tightrope walking. And I go, okay. And then I'd go and do it anyway. Yeah. Because I'm a bad girl. Very, very bad. He is forever trying to rein me in, which is why I now have an Amy. Not to control me. No, her job is to call him when I need bail money. And she's not quite as goofy as I am, so she, she knows when to run so she can get to the phone to call for bail money. I don't have that instinct. So we encountered a Karen yesterday. Yes, we did. When we were at the Hobby Lobby, the first one, we went to 2. We're standing in the Hobby Lobby in line, 6 feet from the person in front of us, like we're supposed to. or 2 shopping carts distance. And we're sitting there just having a little conversation, not really paying too much attention to what's going on around us. And this lady comes up. She's like, "Are you in line?" And we were like, "Yeah." "Well, which line are you in?" And I cut that out, and that does not look good at all. No, no, no. I don't like it. She's like, "Well, what line are you in?" And Amy goes, "It's one line." Because you know how the Hobby Lobby, if you've ever been in a Hobby Lobby, they have those registers, like there's a register on one side, then a register on the other, register on one side, register on the other. And they have like a big section in between. And there's one line that goes in, and then this cashier or this cashier goes, "Next in line, please." And you go. There's no 2 lines. There's not enough room there for 2 lines. And we're like, "Oh, it's one line." And she's like, "I don't think so." Well, then you a pushy piece right from the beginning, aren't you? The whole point was she wanted to get in front of us on the other side. And we should have let her. Because when we were done checking out, the lady that would have been in front of her was still checking out. We should have just let her have her thing. Those are the kind of people that you just want to look at and go, "Oh, I'm sorry, are you in a rush? Let me let you go in front of me." And all the other people. We are going to do this one, I think. Possibly. At least a part of it. And I'm not gonna be too fussy on this one. Because it's way too fussy to be fussy, you know? Let's ink it and see if we like it. I'm probably not going to like it, but I am going to do a little bit more trim because that's a lot. That's a lot of paper. Carla, are you at the 4-letter word, honey? No, she's probably not in here, but you know, I like to find out. All right, let's see. $58. Snow? Oh my God. No snow. I'm firmly anti-snow. No snow. Hence the I live in the desert. Don't get me wrong, it snows. Just doesn't snow often. Okay, see, that's much better. A little bit more right up here because it seems to be hanging off the page. Ink, and we'll see what we're at. So this is coffee ink is the color. It's from Ranger. We all know I hate vintage photo. To me, it looks very orange. Under the light, it's very orange. Oh my God. And I do everything under my light, so for me, it's like I'm constantly rubbing orange ink on everything. I'm like, it's not Halloween, man. All right. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put that on there. And so I'm constantly like trying to find something else that I can use. Now I do like saddle, which is kind of a light leather color. I like that. But I wanted something a little darker, a little richer. And so I saw this coffee and I wanted to try it. So I went and found some yesterday, and I have to tell you, I really like it. I really, really like it. Hey, Stephanie. I'll tell you what, if it rains out there today, it might just snow here in the desert. I mean, it does occasionally. It did the other day. For about 35 seconds. All right. Here's the thing. My my little bits box has exploded because I cleaned out my lace and I pulled anything that was like less than half a yard so that I could get my lace bin cleared out. And so I ended up with like a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm just basically where I have to go through it. I just kind of threw it all in my little bits box, and my little bits box got like way too much crap in it now. Okay, let that dry before we put it in there, otherwise it'll be stuck. The coldest I've ever seen was when I lived in Alaska. I left Tucson, Arizona. like the last weekend in June. I drove up to LA, where my mom lived at the time, Long Beach, actually. And we spent like 2-3 days with her for her birthday, because her birthday was the 4th of July. So we spent a couple of days with her, and we were taking her grandbaby, to Alaska. And so we stayed at my mom's for about 3-4 days. And then we drove up the Alcan. The Alcan is the Alaskan-Canadian highway. And it was me, my ex-husband, my daughter, and a 65-pound pit bull in a 1978 Toyota Corolla. Morning, Hubbard. Oh, wait, we saw bears. At one point, they detoured us off onto a dirt trail. There were moose. Pitbull lost her mind. She's like, "Oh my God, what is that?" And we drove to Alaska. Now, we got to Alaska on July 14th. And we woke up on the morning of the 15th, and there was 1.5 feet of snow outside. And I looked at my ex-husband and I said, "I'm going back to the lower 48. And I was out of there by October. Ugh. Still a little tacky, so we're going to wait just a few more seconds on that before we put it in there. Dry, 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 dry. Na, 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 na. Okay. In we go. What, now you don't fit? Here we go. There we go. I like it. Yep. Perfect. All right. Where is number 3? Here it is. I'm telling you guys, we need to do something with this card. Okay. All right, we got that. Let's go in here and find out where we're putting this puppy. Not in here. We already have one of these in here. So that means we're going to have to put this in 1 or 2. So let's put this one away and we'll get the book. Let's take a look at 1. So I think 2 is actually the thickest. All right, there's not a lot here. Let's do it right here. I think it looks cute right here. We'll do it right here. Yeah, I think it looks right on that page. Okay. All right. So that's 1 more. Get the rubber band back on this. All right. I wonder. It will fit. Okay. Ooh. No, it won't. Okay. This is 2.5 by 3. All right, we're making a pocket for this sucker because I'm over it. Let me get a piece of. Yep, there we go. Two and a half by 3. Two and a half, so I'm not mathing. Let's see how close I got. No, I want it a little bit bigger. Hold on. I want it a hair bigger. All right. Let's see if I got the width right at least. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Okay, so we're going to go, I like the width. Let's go 1.5. Then we're going to go 2.5, 2.5, and 1 little over. And then uh, 1 3/4. That's where we're going to cut. Get this off of here. I think that's exactly where I want it to be. And then I'm going to do some fancy cutting. I'm going to do a little smidge. Where's my scissors? There they are. All right. Nope. Hello, Anne. How are you? If you ever get a vacation again. Well, Mary, you ever get a vacation again, you come right on up to Vegas, honey. I got an air mattress and an extra bedroom. All right. You just have to put up with my grandkids, that's all. They kind of live here. All righty. Need the thing. Hold on. I gotta do a thing. All right. We got a thing. Let's do some ink. It says, I just need a couch and I'm good. All right. Where'd Boney go? Anybody see Boney? There's Boney. I'm going to write that right on there. You know what? Mr. Bone. All right. We have made a pocket for this little card. Now let's get this sucker in the book. Where are we putting it? Section 3. Here we go. Hold on. I don't like this. Okay. No. 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 All right. We've already got something here. Let's go. Let's go further back. Oh, we did that envelope thing that we put in there. That was cool. We did that the other day. Then we have that double pocket thing. Let's do this here. Yeah? I think here's good. All right. I'm going to glue this down, and then we're going to decorate. All right. Oh, bye, Janie. Be safe, baby. Be safe. Especially the way these winds are. All right, so we got to decorate this. Let's see. What shall we do? Let's find our stickers. Oh, you know what? That would be perfect. Okay, I got it. All right. Does not interfere with this card coming in and out. Get a little glue on the edge. Okay. And then I think they're in here. Let's see if I can find. take this one off right there. And there we go. I like it. It's weird. Okay. Put our mushrooms back on here because, you know, this is our mushroom section. So we don't want to lose our mushrooms. Back in there. Put this up. Okay. All right. Let me do this. Hey. All right, we got that done. That was impressive. We did something. I'm so proud of us. Okay, I want to share something with you guys. This is not a paper crafting tool by any stretch of the imagination. This is one of many different ones that they have. It is an acrylic template for quilting. But here's the thing. They come in a bunch of different sizes. You can get like a true triangle and all that stuff. But if you're going to cut a tag, you can use this as your template when you put it on your board. Doop. There's a little red line here at the top. So you just decide where your tag's going to be on that little red line, like where you put that on your board. And then you can draw your lines and you'll get an even tag. And you can get different angles. So you can do different angles on your tags. But it gives you that nice line that you're able to, you know, utilize to make your tag. And, you know, if you're real, you know, confident, do what I do. Boop. You know, and it gives you that tag. So anyway, they're only about like $2-3, and you can find them in most craft stores in the fabric section. Okay. So I just thought I'd share that with you guys because I know a lot of people have problems with getting the tops of tags done correctly. And the other thing that you can do if you want to is that piece of file folder. You take that piece of file folder and you cut it to the width, and then you fold it in half and you cut your line. When you open this up and you put it at the top of your tag, you're always going to have the same lines on either side. And you can do these for like 1.5 to 2.5, 2 3/4, whatever, you know. You can do a whole set of these and be able to use them. Just a thing I thought I'd share. Okay, so I have a video coming up. It was a viewer request. multiple times, actually. And I was actually working on it when Mary requested it again. Like, she didn't request it multiple times, but I had several people that had requested it. So, so I was already kind of sort of working on it, and I got it all worked out in my head and was able to actually put it on paper. I'm kind of a little disgusted with myself, to be honest. It's very froofy. But basically, it was those, stacked envelope pages that people are doing for journals. Somebody wanted to know what I would do with it. So I have a video coming out on that. And it's going to be fun because I did it really froofy and disgusting and pink. And when the video comes out, Hags is going to do it very dark. Hello, Christine. So, it ought to be fun. Everybody's kit is in the mail, and we're going to decide on a class date soon. I think that's it. Oh. Let's see. Yep, that's it. That's all I have. I am going to go hang out with the Hubber. So, hey, if you're new here and you haven't done so already, go and hit that subscribe button for me. Like me, ring my bell, share me with all your friends, and your friends can be my friends could be your friends, and our friends get good to be friends. Before you know it, we have a giant crafting community. I go live on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 11, 12, 1 across the country, 8 o'clock over in Hawaii. I post videos on Mondays and Wednesdays, and whenever I feel like it. I have 2 things going on in 2022, the first of which is my hashtag 12 of 22 journal challenge. If you want information on that, in the description box below, there's a link. Click on the link. It's going to take you to a fantastic little slideshow. It's going to tell you all about it. And the second thing are my free classes of 2022, where we're working on basic journal making skills. We're doing little golden books. We're doing build-a-books. We're doing traveler's notebooks, ring-bound books. We're going to do them all. And the way to get information for that is when you ring my bell, make sure that you click all so that you get all the notifications, because those videos get released on Saturdays. And then I go live Saturday afternoon to walk people through any part of that may confuse them, or they got lost, or, the pages are in the wrong order, or whatever. But that's it. Listen, I'm going to go and spend a few very precious minutes with the Hubber before he has to log in and go to work. And then I'm going to go wake up to Amy. So until I see you again, guys, stay well. Bye-bye.